wins. So you still look at the wins you achieve, and you always look at the things you could have done better. But you have to have a really strong self-belief that you are the best out there. You are never perfect.
Max Verstappen, you are the world champion!
Yeah, what a day. It'll stay with me forever.
World champion. Wow. What can I say? Incredible, of course. Red Bull family, yeah, it is. I mean, I do see it as a family. I think when you operate like that, you have unlimited possibilities.
That's the perfect start to 2023.
Yeah, not bad that. And also 100 win for the team. 11 in a row, that's pretty crazy. What an unbelievable rocket ship that was today.
You join Brabham, Lauda, Senna, BK, Stewart, Verstappen.
Yeah, Stone. Not a bad list, is it?
Three-time world champion, that's unbelievable, mate. Absolutely unbelievable.
Incredible year. Thank you for providing me with such a car.
Well done. Should be really proud.
Well done. Amazing season.
We always talk about performance. Thank you. You say thank you for giving me such a great car, but it's also very important to highlight that it's just really enjoyable to be able to work with all these people who put their effort in, and they work flat out to try and win championships together. Here, of course, at the track, but also back at the factory.
There you go.
Okay, who was that gentleman? Anybody knows? Okay, so what could be the relationship with today's session? What am I supposed to talk about? Huh? Okay, I'm not talking about Olympics, speed, winning 100 meters or something. Speed is there, definitely whatever you said is totally right, but anybody can connect to my core area. I'm not talking on teamwork, I'm not talking about motivation. I thought I'm going to talk about AI. Even more data. I think my fellow friend talked a lot about data, and then he said only God can save us. Yeah, so anyway, since it's a keynote speech, I have two keys, both from Oracle, one from Oracle US, one from Oracle India, to be given to somebody who gives the best answers. So the relationship is AI. Max Verstappen is no doubt one of the finest racers ever, but also Oracle plays a small role in his victory. His car is fitted with a lot of algorithms. His body suit is fitted with a lot of algorithms. And the algorithms can work only if the algo is in rhythm. That's why it's called algorithm. Any guesses? And the Red Bull contract is with Oracle. That's why you would have seen the Oracle logo. Any guesses how many algorithms do we use per race of Max Verstappen? Just give me a number. Is it 1, 10, 100, 1,000? Just give a wild guess. At the end of the day, don't ask AI. Then you will have to give me a key instead. 25,000. Any 1 lakh? Billion. What do you say? Million. Million, we have billion. And finally we have to see whether somebody wants Rohit Sharma in the IPL bidding. Okay. The right answer is 8 billion. 8 billion per race, but still I think I should give it to both of you, one each. It's a key. They came the closest. So so that is where AI, what are the prevalence. Though we credit Max tells without that 8 billion inputs, we create those inputs for each race. We will look at it is dynamic and real time. If behind it is McLaren or Ferrari or Mercedes Benz, the entire story would change. The AI would recommend him how to maneuver, which side to overtake from the left or right. Is it raining? Is it dry? Which lap is it? Who is winning in the at the start, the middle, at the end? The strategy, it takes, when you have 8 billion algorithms, no human can do it. So that is where how much the AI is prevalent today. So I was doing a session on AI like last year, and I asked somebody, how many people are scared about AI? Hardly anybody raised the hand. And 2 months later, again I asked the same question, who is scared about AI? And the entire audience was raising the hand. Then I just asked, what are you scared about? They said I was talking about Air India. It was just after that crash. So all were scared about AI. I don't think now anybody is scared about AI. How many of you use AI? Almost everybody. I think it's just like salt and sugar. Only thing is the names might change, so much that some people are using the co-pilot as the pilot, and they are using DeepSeek without seeking deeply. So that is the issue. So much that one of the big 5 consulting you would have read, they had to give back $500 million. Luckily, the government did not ask for the penalty. Okay, let us move to the 70% advantage. So what do you think is the 70% factor? We never, when we say I want to introduce AI in so and so company, what is our thinking? What do you think is the elephant in the room? What do we think? Don't give me an HR like answer, or don't give me the ideal answer. But when I tell I'm going to implement AI, what is the foremost thing in the mind? Any guesses? My 2 keys are gone. Like it is like this. Somebody said they wanted to, finally they found the keys to success, and then somebody had changed the lock. Yeah, ROI, but much before AI, let's say I want to implement, I have started a new company, I want to implement AI. What is the number one thing? Much before ROI, I think about something else. ROI is one of the factors that makes me buy an AI. But what is the number one tool or number one area that I am going to think about? See, those are all, mostly it is going to be, now you are going to buy a car. What will be your first, is it the driver or the brand? Mostly we look at brand. Yeah, the same way in AI we look at, should I use Claude, should I use Anthropic, or should I use Gemini? That will be my thinking. So the number one thought process will be that, and the last thought process will be the people who are using. We assume everybody knows about AI, but the human beings behind AI, they are the make or break factor. It's never the AI tool. Okay. Housekeeping, I think we are short of time, and Chanchal will become possibly Komal also after some time. So that's why I'm hurrying with these stuff. Any expectations? I think most of the group, any particular questions or something you want to be covered, or maybe we can even take it at the end. So what do we cover? The whys, what, and how of the 70% thing. How do you create such an ecosystem, and finally we go into some actionables. Is that true? We all think AI is great. AI can cook biryani, but the biryani would not come as good as possibly the biryani at lunch here today. We still need a Taj chef to come and cook it. So they say 70 to 80% of AI projects have failed, or they have not attained the the benefits that they thought would be there. Again, this is done by Boston Consulting Group. And why do these projects fail? One is you don't have the right problem in we don't have the right business problem, and we normally want to pave the cow path. Paving the cow path means the cow doesn't take the crow's path. The crow takes the shortest path, whereas the cow takes the meandering path, and then you start to correct and already something what is wrong. Two wrongs do not make a right. And data access friction. Like I know of a company where a particular process was offline, and now that process is online. AI is also involved, but it has doubled the impact on the particular team. Can you guess why? Instead of reducing the work by 50% or more, that particular team is doing double the work. Any guesses? Not the right tool, not the very right answer that I am looking at. Not exactly. Many of you will not even believe it. They are still continuing with the offline process, and then on the offline process you have to take an online approval. So double the work. What is this? Yeah. Where is the bottleneck in the bottle? No. Which part of the bottle is the bottleneck? Yeah. Always will be at the top of the bottle. And what does it create? Sometimes, like I used to manage a team long time back, and suddenly 2 weeks the productivity of that sales team goes high. Then after 3-4 years I was wondering what it is. So I always see those 2 weeks when the manager is on vacation in Goa or Maldives, the rate goes up by 20%. When the manager is there, the bottleneck happens. So let's see how what is the bottle and the neck here. Tech is never the bottleneck. It's always it's about people. M&As. M&A is also similar. Mergers and acquisitions. they say 70% mergers fail. Is it the technology? Is it the acquired company or the acquiring company? But what is the number one cause? People and culture. It's the same here. Nothing new. Yeah, now I think started moving. This was pretending to be a baby boomer or Gen X. So a lot of people think you might lose the job if AI comes in. Am I right? So tomorrow, most of us may not have the jobs, but let me tell you, HR. How many of you are in HR here? Can you just raise T&D, learning development? Okay, so almost everybody in these two areas. This will be the last job to be wiped off. You will be in good demand because people tomorrow the premium and the luxury is when you meet a real person. It will be face look, not Facebook. The premium will be when you can talk to a person. Because already if you go to an alpha generation and you ask the person, they would just prefer to send a message. They don't even want to talk. So I've created a 5T approach. I always like to make it simple and memorable, and the ability to relate, because I teach in some of the IIMs and IITs as a guest lecturer. So my 5T approach, how do you take that, is create that trust. Ontology is a huge thing. You can look into the net later if you have not heard about the word ontology before. It is about skill taxonomy in a new version. Train people. Look at your team members. We all love to look at persona, but not making it personable. How do you relate a persona to a person? But we are doing reverse. Everybody, all Gen Z are like this, all alpha is like this, all beta is like this. And last, the tribe. Data driven, the ability to experiment. When you experiment, you can afford to take risk. There is psychological safety. And last, auto friendly. That doesn't mean the autos here. It is automation friendly. I just made it a bit short. Anybody heard of the word pilot purgatory? Many companies run a lot of pilots that never see the light of the day. It will be that 1 month or 1 week flavor. Many companies run Mother's Day. 364 days, they don't even know their mother is there or not. So the purgatory is that when you move from that part to generating value. Again, some ways how you can do that is create a purpose, bias. How do you merge legacy tools with the new age tools, and finally creating employee experience. So this is the model, the basis of my presentation. This was a exhaustive study by Boston Consulting Group, where they talk about people and process are 70%, technology is only 20%, and algorithms are only 10%. That's path-breaking stuff, let me tell you. People, we do not even look at people for when we introduce any tool as such. And how do we allocate funds? If we want to buy a car, and we have a driver, driver will be having less than 5% funds, and so those are the things what we need to take care. Anybody knows the point of singularity? Point of singularity. Yeah, I will even go to the next step. The technology will take over, it will be better than the human brain, and they say it can happen anywhere between 2030 to 2050. Nobody is sure about the date, but somewhere around that time. This is the singularity in pictorial form. This is the new operating system. So there should be, at the bottom is the tool itself, then comes the people and the processes, on top is the governance, if you want to have a stable championing AI model. The skills are going to change now. Your skill topography or taxonomy is going to change. There will be only three kinds of skills. The three E's AI cannot touch: empathy, emotions, and ethics. So that is where you can focus on such jobs. Enhanced skills, you need to go one step ahead, because AI is very good at that. And this is absolutely needed, because without prompt engineering you cannot get the hold of AI. Yeah, Chanchal, I have a stopwatch here as well. I still have 9 minutes left. It's 21 minutes. So I was worried. So I don't depend on AI alone. Okay. So traditional metrics. This is our what we look at traditionally. But when you look at human-centric metrics, because today in the world of AI, we are forgetting to be or get to know by default we are human beings. The problem what happened was HR, the spelling is wrong. The E is missing in human. And then we thought, since spelling is wrong, we will only consider resources. And when you have this, whether it's a learning velocity is again a new term. You have talent density. Talent density is a wonderful, people who have not read, you should read about it. The term originated out of Netflix, and I am sure if I tell Netflix, everybody will be interested to know more. And what is the innovation? At the end of the day, I would just tell, I was telling like in one of the sessions 2-3 days back, if you are not agile, you are just fragile. So you have to take those steps to make sure that you are agile. What's a blurb? Anybody? Blurb. So all of you have taken some bites, and you have paisa vasool. So blurb is something, let us say all of you are sleeping till now, and this is the time when you woke up, that inflection point, where human beings are finally taken back. You can say the no point of singularity. So this is a cheat sheet. You still can proceed without knowing much about before. So it's all about starting with purpose. Watch, I'll cover the main parts from a time perspective. Watch out for the 3C and 3E. 3C, which is going to be extremely important competencies in future, would be communication, culture, conflict management, and in within culture you have another C of change management. So those the 3 E's I mentioned, which AI will not have, and it's going to be in short supply: emotions, empathy, ethics. And because of AI, all today if I get 3000 resumes for each thing, almost all 3000 will be the same resume. The core areas would be the same. And then without going into perplexity.ai, I get perplexed, seeing which resume to go into. Make HR the customer zero. We have to eat our own dog food. First try that and then implement that in the system. Make your inspired action plan. Make one bold move today. If you are not using AI enough, personally or professionally, make sure can you do something with AI. And AI recommends, when I put in AI, what should I tell the audience? They said the change happens today on Monday. But we always tell, thank God it's Friday. So don't wait till Friday, something else will kick in. So where are your gaps? You need to understand. See, we looked at culture, we looked at skilling the people, we looked at communication, because if we do not communicate enough, we are silent. Silence is equal to fear. That is the neuroscience methodology. So in such a time, management and leadership, HR, should communicate more, over communicate. Normally it is simplify to amplify, but for communication it is amplify to simplify. So you need to look at the 3S approach. Big 5 consulting companies like McKinsey and all, they use the 3S. What do you want to stay? That means you are already doing it, you want to continue doing that. That's a stay. Start doing things you have never done before, and stop doing things that are impacting you. Those are dysfunctional habits or aspects that you are doing, which is sabotaging your career, your company, your team. People who are of the reading kind, Boston Consulting, I already mentioned, so that's why I didn't have it here. But you can look more into McKinsey, MIT, and RAND. These are 3 of the companies having a lot of material on how can you succeed or lose with or without AI. I still have 3 minutes, so I will end it there. So this is what Mickey McManus of BCG talks about. AI success is 70% people, and secure that 70% factor, because if you do not secure the 70% factor, you are still a loser. You may get 30 out of 30, still you don't have pass marks. See the elephant in the room. Any questions? I have still 2 more minutes. So any questions? If you have something, we can take, and if not, I am also available through the day and we can catch up. And I confess this was all done by AI. Yeah. No, I think, see, at the end of the day, we should be the navigator. See, the time we lose the navigation, then it becomes a problem. So we'll take that offline. It's an interesting thought. So when I confessed AI of the future, we have to be co-pilots, or we have to remain the pilot. So it is AI in the correct way. There are 3 AIs were involved: the artificial intelligence, Alex intelligence, and Alex ignorance. So all, it was a triple whammy effect. So that is about AI. When you can collaborate and create the best out of AI, it should be augmented intelligence, and then it's a win-win for all of us. And I wish you, continued success in your AI journey. And we will catch up with some real life business cases, etc., during lunch and otherwise. And hopefully there is a good biryani or pulao. That's what AI has guessed. We'll see whether pulao or biryani is there or not. Thank you.